how much building is going on. All of these cities, all of these boroughs is that, you know, the gentrification going on. So all of these corporations, we're asking, hey, don't forget about the little people. Reach back out to the youth in the communities. There's so much building going on. There's so much billion-dollar businesses. I'm talking about big business. I'm not talking, you know, all due respect to the moms and pop stores. I'm talking about these big corporations, these, you know, corporate America, people but sitting behind his desk, controlling the machines, and not even all the time behind a desk, vacation in Paris while they're making phone calls for, you know, things to be done. So this type of power, I'm asking y'all reach out, beauty.org, reach me, voice is yours at Gmail. I'm asking for change. I'm asking for tools. I'm asking for resources. I can't do it all by myself. I mean, I'm striving for greatness, you know. I'm only one man, so I'm asking for assistance. Y'all reach out, voice is yours at Gmail, beauty.org. Oh, by the way, what I do is I give 40% of all of my fundraising from Crown Imperial, from my music, Capitalized Productions. By the way, Honey Dip is released on iTunes. Go cop that. Honey Dip is on iTunes as we speak. It's on Amazon, Spotify, everywhere music is being streamed. Honey Dip by Trap De Niro. Reach out, get the music. Tell me you like. Video is in progress as well. So back to what I was saying. 40% of the proceeds from Conceptual, my novel, which you could reach out, you could find that on Amazon as well, wherever ebooks are sold. The actual tangible soft cover is being released this summer. I don't have the exact release date yet, but as of now, we have the e-file, the ebook Conceptual, written by yours truly, Sam Cephas. 40% of the proceeds is going back into beauty. Go reach out. It's a great novel, not just because I wrote it and published it, but read it, man. It has a lot of empowerment, a lot of knowledge, a lot of information there. You know, it is a street urban novel, but it's based on facts. You know, Maximize Your Potential will also be released this summer, and it's more of a, how can I say? I don't like to use the word self-help. You know, I give it a self-assistance book. You know, that the word help is, you know, because a lot of us, we're not helpless. So the word help is like, we just need assistance, you know, but that's a whole nother topic. The point I'm making is that 40% of the proceeds from Conceptual, from my music, Honey Dip, Trap De Niro, streamed the audio book as well as coming soon. All things, where we're talking about relationships, we're talking about how to build relationships, how to start relationships, how to structure your relationship in the home, with the spouse, how to get things right, because a lot of times we're not taught how to treat one another. You know, we just live day by day. We meet these people, and you might find someone you love or interested in, but you might not be so monogamous. You know, this is the world that we live in where it's so easy to cheat. It's so easy to communicate with someone else, to find love, you know, so but anyway, all things, we talk about relationships, things of that nature as well. Consensual, I know I do a lot, but you know, it's 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, and it's all under the umbrella Capitalized Productions. All of the proceeds, actually, I apologize, not all, 40% of the proceeds from all of my work is going back into beauty, where we're reaching back out to these communities. We're reaching out to business owners. We're uplifting our youth. We're giving our youth a future. We're pooling together our resources, and we're thriving. We're striving for greatness. And as we do that, we're changing a whole generation. We're empowering to make it easier for our youth. You know, if you're familiar, if you're conscious of what's going on with the statistics of prison and the exact statistics, I won't quote any numbers, but it's a large population of our youth are being incarcerated. And I'm sure you heard about the Browder story with the young man, you know, locked up for this many years for over a book bag, and he was falsely accused and finally released. And then, you know, he couldn't even deal with the outside world because he was so traumatized by the incarceration that he ended up committing suicide. Let's not let this be prevalent. Let's not, you know, have these youth being tortured, being in prison for petty crimes, you know, petty crimes. And even if of course he was cleared, but the point I'm making is that so many other youth being incarcerated, held on Rikers Island in these different facilities for years. And what's happening is they're coming out and their mind is not even right because they're being tortured, whether it's from other inmates or the officers at law, you know. And not to criticize too much about the officers, you know, they have jobs to do, but some of them abuse their authority, as we do know. The same thing with law enforcement out here, but we're working together. Beauty is working together, and we're striving to get things right between our communities, law enforcement, business owners. We're bringing these organizations together, and we're directing our attention on the youth to uplift them. So anyone, again, that can reach out for any resources, any guidance, any mentorship. And I'm not only talking about reaching out with funding and donations and the coat drives that we're having and the clothes drives. I'm talking about your time. You know, any young men and women that may have 2 hours, an hour, half an hour of your time, reach out. Voice is yours at Gmail. Reach out, let me know if there's any slot times that's available, any times, whether it's an hour, 2 hours, any facilities that we could utilize. I'm talking about every borough. We talk about Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, you know, Queens, even Staten Island. You know, we come across the Verrazana, you know. we're striving to get things right. So any tools, any resources you have, any information as well, because our people perish for the lack of information and the lack of knowledge. So we're not trying to perish, we're trying to thrive. We're striving to thrive and continue to move forward. So with the assistance of people that's in a position of power, I'm asking y'all reach out. Also the God's Ways Ministries, Beauty, Beautiful Empowerment, Uplifting the Youth. And anyone listening here, even at BronxNet, you know, another idea that was given to me was that I have my own different equipment through Capitalized Productions, but we want to let the youth through our organizations come in and see what's going on here. Look at this beautiful place that we have here, you know, state-of-the-art equipment. So we want to bring our youth here as we do our documentary to let them see what a professional studio look like. You know, I'm not sure the exact age that you have to be to join BronxNet. I'm gonna look into that. I believe it might be 18 and older. I'll look into that, but even if they're not able to join as of now, we would like our youth to come into the facility here at BronxNet to see